Welcome to the I Heart My Fit Biz podcast, where we will be covering everything you need for inspiration, motivation, and practical advice in how to create a thriving fitness business. Hi, and welcome to this week's podcast episode. This week I am talking about why you should, I don't like to say should because I don't like to preach, but why I would recommend creating an online course or program instead of, or before, should I say, a membership. And the reason why I wanted to do an episode on this is because I get a lot of people inquiring about my mentorship and, basically just asking me questions about how they can get more people into their online membership, how they can create an online membership. And when I speak to them, I usually recommend that instructors are creating programs and courses first. And that's how I run the mentorship as well. I always recommend that clients start with a course or a program and then lead people into a membership later on. And I speak to a lot of instructors who have memberships, and most of these memberships have been created in lockdown when they needed to keep people going. Some are still running theirs from their Facebook group, and a lot are also still running these memberships for free because they feel like they can't transition to a paid membership because everybody who's in that membership started that membership in lockdown. So they feel like they can't either charge for it or increase their prices of the membership. So let's talk about why I personally believe that an online course or program is a better start to launching a membership, especially if you're starting out online. The reason why is because you can bring clients in to your online course or membership. You can make that online course or program. You can make that online, let's just say course, because I can't be bothered to keep saying both. So you can bring people into that online course, and that course can be really specific to a specific target audience or to a specific problem that you solve. And you can take people through that online course and get them results. And in the process of them going through that online course with you, and you supporting them through that process, they are going on a journey for themselves and getting from where they are to where they want to be. And you are helping them do that. And also, being on that journey with you is almost like a introduction to you as an instructor, for you to then build that really know, like, and trust factor as you as an instructor, and for them to get to know your personality as an instructor, especially online. Because when you are just asking people to join a membership or subscribe to a membership, especially if you're, again, trying to get new people in online and maybe they're following you but they haven't been to like a face-to-face class, it's really hard for people. And think about it yourself. When you're committing to something that you're paying monthly for, usually you really have to know that person. You really have to know that business. You really have to have that high recommendation if you're going to be spending out and paying out money every single month. Especially, I think now, again, with finances and everything, there's a lot of things that people are willing to pay for if they need it. But if it's a recurring payment, sometimes there's just not that the finances there to pay. And I know it sounds really silly, but most people will tend to pay a higher one-off amount for, say, an online course or program than to commit and invest in a membership. If you think about it this way, if you've met somebody for the first time, you're more likely to invest in a one-off date, which is, going out with them for like an evening, then going straight into a relationship that you're committing to for months. So think about it in that way, because it's kind of the same relationship in terms of you building a relationship with that new client. So that's why I always recommend it, because in an online course, you can really get to that client's specific needs, to what they want, and you can get them there in a short amount of time. If somebody is signing up to a membership, it's almost like the results that they maybe want is going to take them a lifetime because they've got to commit to a membership. And we all know as fitness instructors that people need to be consistent in order to get results and maintain results. But for most people, if they're going to say, let's just take the general one of losing weight, if they want to lose weight, usually it's for a specific reason. It's, I need to lose weight like now, like yesterday. So they can't look long term in terms of signing up to a membership. But if you took them through a program, a 6-week course, that they could lose a substantial amount of weight. Again, we're just going for that general weight loss scenario. They know that they can get results. And then by the end of that 6 weeks, they will want to continue and keep that up, which is where you can lead them into a membership. It's the same with if you're creating a Pilates course and you help people with their back pain. For those people, they want that back pain resolved as soon as possible. And committing to a membership, yes, they might think, oh yeah, I can commit to a membership and really get this sorted. But they are looking for that really short term, and they're willing to pay a little bit higher and one-off to get it sorted and nipped in the butt. And then once they've got that result, once their back is feeling better, and you've taken them through that online course and even expressed in that online course that this is something that they can continue with to maintain a healthy back, and really reiterated that in that online course, then by the end of that online course, when their back is feeling better, they're like, yeah, actually, this is really good stuff. I want to continue this, and this is the person that I'm going to continue with. So it really builds that journey factor for your clients, but it also builds that relationship between you and your client, because even if you're not doing any online live aspects to this program, you are holding space and supporting them. So even if all the content is pre-recorded and they're going through it in their own time in that 6 weeks, you can set up check-in points. You can set up like one-to-one check-ins if you want to. You could set up a Facebook group where your people are checking in every single week, and you're guiding them through the program online, but supporting them in real time. And that, again, builds that know, like, and trust factor. It builds that connection. They get to know you, you get to know them. And then they feel safe. They feel safe that you've taken them through this program, you've taken them through the results that they need. And yeah, actually, it is beneficial for them to then go into a membership. So you can see where you can build that relationship with an online course. And it's so much easier than a membership initially. And a lot of people don't realize this when they're coming into the online space. They think that a membership, yes, I get kind of recurring income coming in, but it's a lot harder to get those clients into a membership without building that journey and that process beforehand. So an online and a membership seems really easy because, again, you're getting that recurring income. But there is sometimes a lot, especially, again, initially, of being on that content creation treadmill until you've built up like a library of content for people to go through. So there's a lot of ongoing things with a membership, where with an online course, you can literally create the bulk of the content once, which again is going to take like an accumulated amount of time, but once it's done, it's done. So you've always got it there in a pre-recorded state. And then all your time is doing is nurturing, supporting, and guiding people on that journey in that online course. So an online course is generally a better place to start because you can literally perfect it, create it once, get it done and packaged up. So then you can sell on repeat. Whereas sometimes with memberships, depending on the way you set it up, you're going to have to be there constantly, maybe doing a live session once a week if you've set it up that way. Or if you haven't got the bulk of content yet, you're going to have to build those pre-recorded sessions. And until you've got enough pre-recorded sessions in that library of a membership, you're going to have to keep filming things and keep doing things. So what an online course does in that sense is that you can create an online course, create it so it's done, bring people into that online course, and while they are going through that course and while you're supporting them through the course, that's when you can start to create your membership content if you haven't already got membership content. So by the time the first few people have come to the end of that 6-week course, you've at least got 6 sessions if you're filming 1 session a week in your membership for them to go into. And so then you can start to just build and build and build and build that membership content as you start to drip people into it a little bit more. So I hope you can see the benefits of that and the way they kind of flow into each other. It also means that you're not waiting for hundreds of people to join your membership before you actually make a relatively good, consistent income. It means that your online course, you can charge a one-off price, but a higher price than you would a monthly membership. So you're getting an initial influx of income. And again, by the end of that 6 weeks or however long the course is, you've got the opportunity to then bring those clients into a recurring membership payment system. So income-wise, it tends to be a lot better initially. And then from that online course, you can build up testimonials and before and afters and really build up that proof that you can get results and that you're a trustworthy business and a fitness instructor. Because most of your clients will know that if they've been to face-to-face classes and if they've worked with you. But in the terms of people finding you online and signing up, an online course is just better for that because membership is a commitment, and many of us don't make commitments to things or people if we don't know them and if we've just seen them for like the first time. So it just builds that up. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know, reach out to me, or if you're listening to this on the website, drop your comments below and let me know if any of this resonates with you. But let's just go a little bit deeper and talk about that journey of creating an online course, because you might be thinking, well, my membership is all my classes. So it's my dance fitness, it's my HIIT classes, it's my stretch classes, and I wouldn't know where to start in making or creating an online course because I don't take people on a journey. I don't really get people results. People just love coming to my fitness classes, and in lockdown I just took it online, and that is my membership. And if you're a group fitness instructor, this is often the case, that you do teach a lot of different disciplines and formats. And so you find it really hard to find that ideal target market to create something as niche as an online course and program. So really take a look. And this is what I always say, try and separate your face-to-face business and your online business. And I don't mean that you have to create a new name, you have to create, lots of different things, but almost see them as different departments in your business, just like you would like a company has different departments. See your online and your face-to-face as different departments. And if you haven't, if you are just literally trying to reach women between a certain age group, and you haven't really got anything in terms of niching, then what I would say is, well, what do all of your class disciplines do for people? And how can you incorporate all of those class formats in an online program that gets someone from A to B? So it might be that say you teach 3 disciplines, say you teach a dance fitness class, you teach Pilates, and you teach, let's say, aerobics. You teach those 3 things, but again, you have lots of different women come to all 3 of those things. You could start by looking at who is in your audience at the moment, and if there's a common thread of like, do they struggle with anything in particular? Maybe you find a common thread of like, all of them are going through menopause, or all of them struggle a little bit with confidence. So what is that common thread? Or look at the sessions that you do and ask yourself, how can these sessions help somebody go from A to B? So it could be that dance, aerobics, and Pilates helps women between a certain age lose weight while feeling good. And I know, and that is quite general still. But how can you connect? You're trying to make connections. How can you connect those class disciplines, and how can those class disciplines help your clients go from A to B? And really look at your audience. If you're a group fitness instructor, really look at who's coming to your classes, and you should see it is, even if they're all different ages, there might be a certain attribute to all of them, or a large quantity of them. And maybe ask your audience, do a poll on your social media, or ask them in class and say, I'm looking to do an online program, but I really want to know why you come to my classes. In particular, why do you come to all 3 formats, if they come to all 3 formats? And see if there's a common thread there, and if you can create an online program from that. And even if it's not super, super, super specific, think about the end result that you can get for people. Even if you're not sure where they're starting at or their pain point is, it might not be that they have a bad back. It might not be that they're struggling with anything in particular, but it might be the case that they want to achieve something. They want to feel better in a certain way about their body, about their mind. So really look at those points as well. And that way, when you create the online course, the membership that maybe you've already got set up, it's easier to flow them into that membership because it's already set up with those classes. So again, I hope that helps, gives you a little bit more of something to think about in terms of creating an online program. If you've already got an online membership set up, but you're not charging, or you want to increase your prices, then I really want you to think about, okay, what is stopping me from increasing my prices or charging? Again, it could be that the people that are in that membership started with you in lockdown and you felt really icky about charging them, or all of a sudden adding a charge or increasing the price. But really think about it. Everything's changed now. People are coming out of, obviously we're completely out of lockdown, and people are back to their normal routines and their normal lives. So if you're not charging, you're not really losing anything, because you're not making an income from that membership anyway. So if you're not charging, it is almost like this is going to be a paid service now, or I'm stopping it. So you've given them the choice of like, you continue to run it as and how you're running it, but only for those who are now paying. If you're wanting to increase your prices, then literally use the cost of living as your reason, because it is a reason. And people are more aware that things are going to increase in price. So use that as a foundation to say the price is going to increase by, even if it's just a small amount, you can then incrementally every quarter of the year increase that. Or once you've increased it once and you've still got all your members, or you're bringing in new members, you can then increase it again, and just incremental increases until you feel like you're at that price where you feel good about, and that you feel like you're getting paid your worth. But definitely if you're currently running a membership, because I know many of you are, and most of those have come from lockdown, and you feel a bit about charging people because you had it open for free during that lockdown. But you are a business at the end of the day. And yes, you can add certain things in for free, but your services should be chargeable. You should be able to charge for what you are serving people with. So let me know if you like the idea of the online course into a membership, because it makes complete sense. And let me know if you've had the courage to charge for your memberships and increase your prices. And if you're struggling to do that, reach out to me and let's have a chat. Again, if you're listening to this on the website, post your comments and your questions in the comments, or please reach out to me at any time and share your insights, your aha moments, or your questions, because I love hearing them and I love helping. I have a free masterclass next week. So if you're listening to this like a few weeks later, there will still be a link for the pre-recorded masterclass, but I'm doing a masterclass on this. I'm doing a masterclass on using your pre-recorded sessions to create an online program to sell on repeat. So if you've got pre-recorded sessions from lockdown or from just the last couple of years and you're not doing anything with them, or you've got them and you want to repurpose them, this is the masterclass for you. It's taking all of your pre-recorded content and turning it into an online program that you can sell on repeat. And even if you haven't got pre-recorded sessions, you're going to still find it really valuable, because you can then create content to make into an online program to sell on repeat. So I'll put the link in the episode notes, and you can sign up for that masterclass. I'm going to run it in the Facebook group and via my website, and there will be a recorded session. So if you're not doing it in real time, if you're listening to this a few months later or a few weeks later, then you can still get that recording and watch that masterclass. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you're having a lovely week, month, or year. And yeah, reach out if you have any questions. Thank you for joining me for today's episode. If you found anything interesting, inspiring, motivating, useful in this podcast, please reach out to me and let me know. I love to hear your stories and how this has helped you. It's been my aim and my passion to help fitness business owners build thriving fitness businesses, but also build a fitness business without burnout and exhaustion, because that's where I found myself a few years ago. So if you need help with your fit biz, whether it's building online and creating an online service with a website and app, and new clients coming into your fitness business on a constant, consistent basis, or maybe you would love help filling your classes and bringing in new clients to your classes every week and every month. Maybe it's social media that you're struggling with in terms of promoting your fitness business. Whatever it is, I think I can help. I have the I Heart My Fit Biz Members Club, which is full of tutorials and masterclasses that's going to help you with a great fitness business mindset and practical tools that you can implement in every area of your fitness business. Or maybe you're teaching 20 plus classes per week and you're burnt out and you're exhausted like I was a few years ago, and you need help taking your fitness business online so you can bring in an online income stream without teaching a single class. And that means you can start teaching only the classes that you absolutely love to teach because you love to teach them. And I can help you do that with the mentorships. We have group mentorships, one-to-one mentorships, and premium mentorships where I do the techie stuff for you. So I will add all the links below if you are looking for more help in creating a thriving fitness business. If not, subscribe to this podcast or follow me on social media so you can get tips and advice on creating a thriving fit biz.